Hi there, my name is Mo and I'm the part of business team at Benecor Health. If you are an employer with W-2 employees, there's a good chance you're paying more payroll taxes than you should be. So a Section 125 cafeteria plan, it is an IRS-approved way for employees to pay for the certain benefits with the pre-tax dollars, right? So when it is implemented correctly, it can reduce payroll taxes for both the employer and the employee, right? So in this video, I'll explain and I will answer the 15 most common questions employers ask about Section 125 cafeteria plans, explain how they work, who qualifies, and clear up some common misconceptions about the plan. So let's get started. Question number one, what is a Section 125 cafeteria plan? So a Section 125 cafeteria plan is an employer-sponsored benefit plan, and it is authorized under Section 125 of the Internal Revenue Code. So it actually it allow employees to pay for the certain qualified benefits using the pre-tax payroll deductions instead of after-tax income, because those deductions are taken before the certain taxes are calculated. Both the employees and the employers may reduce the amount of the payroll taxes they owe. So the second question is, why is it called a cafeteria plan? So it's called a cafeteria plan because much like choosing items in the cafeteria, maybe like employees can choose from eligible benefits options offered by their employers. The exact benefits available depending on how the employer structure the plan and what benefits are included. So the third question is, how does a Section 125 plan work? It is simple. Suppose and plan suppose an employee actually earns $4,000 a month. So instead of paying for the eligible benefits after tax, they elect to have a qualifying amount deducted before taxes, right? So what does that mean? That reduces the employee's taxable wage for the payroll tax purposes, right? Since the employer's payroll tax is also calculated based on the taxable wages, the employers may also save on the payroll taxes, right? So it's very straightforward concept, like qualified pre-tax deductions can lower taxable payroll. So the fourth question is a Section 125 cafeteria plan legal? Yes. Section 125 cafeteria plans are specifically authorized by federal tax law. It is interesting, right? So, however, they must be properly designed, and this is a big problem that the companies that doing it out there, they don't do it properly. They don't document that properly, and they don't administer that properly, right? So that's why that the right administrator actually comply with IRS rules and everything. So employers should work with qualified professionals to ensure the compliance. So the next question is, who eligible? Who is eligible? Many employers with W-2 employees can sponsor a Section 125 cafeteria plan, right? Employees eligibility depends on a couple of factors like the plan design and applicable IRS rules. Some category of workers, such as independent contractors, generally not eligible for this plan because they are not W-2 employees, and there needs to be W-2 to be qualified for this plan. So the next question is, how much an employers save? So there isn't one universal number, right? So employers savings depends on the factors such as number of employees, employee participation, employee wages, qualified pre-tax benefits, and elections. So generally speaking, as more eligible payroll shifts to qualified pre-tax deductions, the employer payroll savings may increase. That's totally dependent on that. So the actual savings vary from one business to another, right? It's not like, substitute for one, right? So the next question is, how much can employees save? Employees may also reduce certain payroll and income tax because eligible deductions are made before taxes, right? Remember, we talked about this in the beginning of the video, right? So the amount depends on the income level, the tax situation, the benefits election, and payroll deduction, right? So each employee's savings will be different. So the next question is, how does this replace health insurance? Or maybe like someone trying to ask, does this replace health insurance? So no, it is a big no, and a Section 125 Cafeteria plan is a tax advantaged benefits structure. It is not a replacement for the health insurance, right? So if you have a group plan like Aetna, Blue Cross, or any other, you can keep this as is, right? But you can use this as a supplemental plan. So it can be used alongside eligible benefits offered by the employer, subject to applicable rules, right? So the next question is, can small businesses offer a Section 125 plan? So yes, you just needs to have a minimum of 5 W2 employees to enroll with us. So many small and mid-sized businesses use Section 125 cafeteria plans. So whether a plan is appropriate depends on the employer's workforce, goals, compliance requirements, and all that. So the next question is, does every employees have to participate? So basically, this is an opt-out program. And I would say no. So participation, it generally depends on the plan's eligibility rules and employee elections. Not every eligible employee is required to participate simply because the employer offers a plan. No, you can opt out at any time, right? There are a couple of rules that you need to follow. So it's kind of like a major event in the life. So that's it. So the next question is there a paperwork involved? Yes. Section 125 plans require formal plan documents and ongoing administration. So basically, employers typically need documentation covering the plan terms, employee elections, and payroll administration because the rules are so technical and many employers choose to work with third-party administrators or benefits professionals like us. So the next question is, are there compliance requirements? Absolutely. A Section 125 plan, it's not something you should set up informally, right? You cannot do that. Employers need to follow IRS rules, maintain appropriate documentation, and administer the plan correctly. So one mistake, it can get you a penalty, right? So compliance is a very important part of keeping the plan in good standing, right? So the next question is, how long does plan implementation take? So it takes from vendor to vendor, I mean, the administrator to administrator. So, I mean, I would say a timeline vary depending on the provider, as maybe the payroll setup, employer readiness. And for many businesses, the process can complete it within a few weeks once the required information and documents are in place. And for us, like we take 5 to 6 weeks typically to like for the plan to go live. And then for the Section 125 plan, I mean, so about the brokers. So can brokers offer Section 125 plan? Yes. So many insurance agents and employee benefits broker actually include Section 125 cafeteria plans as a part of their portfolio, right? Almost every single one of them. Those who know that, right? So offering these plans to like can help brokers provide additional value to the employer clients while completing the other employee benefits offering as well. And the last question is, how exactly do I know if my business is a good fit? A very good question. So the best way is to evaluate your workforce and your payroll. So the factors I think you should look into, such as like number of W2 employees, as you need to have minimum of 5 W2 employees. The second is payroll size, the existing benefit. What are you offering your plan to your employees right now? If you are not providing anything to your employees right now, we add a MEC component, that is MEC, minimum essential coverage, to make it ACA compliant, right? And then lastly, I would say the administrative readiness as well. So all play a role in determining whether a Section 125 cafeteria plan makes sense for the company or not, right? So a qualified benefit professional can review your situation and explain how the plan would apply to your business. So if you need us, so you can reach out to us at sales@benecorhealth.com, right? And callback would be like you can call us at 312-535-2008 and schedule a like free of cost consultation call with one of our experts. So a Section 125 cafeteria plan can be a valuable tool for employers who want to offer tax advantaged employee benefits, while I would say potentially reducing payroll taxes. And this is a major, right? But the key is making sure like it is designed and administered in compliance with IRS requirements. Because the IRS memo back in 2023, there was a big red flag. So be careful, right? So if this video answered your questions, consider subscribing for more content, employee benefits, tax advantage plans, and strategies to help employers make informed decisions. And if you'd like to find out whether a Section 125 cafeteria plan is a good fit for your business, reach out to schedule a consultation again, and we'll review your situation, answer your questions, and help you understand your options. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.